What's up, guys? Vinny Vice here with another DJ tip for all of you. Today's video is going to be 6 things you absolutely need to start DJing. These items are essential and they're going to be awesome items for you guys to practice on before your first event. At the end of the episode, I do have 4 bonus items you will need for your first event. So make sure you guys stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave me a comment if you think this is useful. The first thing you're going to need is something to store your music, whether it's a laptop, a hard drive, USBs, CDs, or even vinyls. Most people nowadays are using laptops, myself included. I use a 13-inch MacBook Pro, and I'll run everything right through Serato. A lot of people use other programs like Tractor or Virtual DJ, which are great programs also. It really comes down to personal preference. Maybe one of these days I'll throw a tutorial together for you guys on how to use each one and kind of the differences. But yeah, I definitely recommend going the laptop route, and that will be the first thing you need before you get started. The second thing you'll need is a mixer or a controller. Basically, the mixer is used to take the sound that's coming from your laptop and sending it out to your speakers. So the mixer is going to be essential when coming down to it. If you're using a laptop nowadays, a lot of people, if you're especially in the mobile DJ scene and you're doing more weddings, sweet 16s, bar mitzvahs, or just private events, a lot of people are using the controllers. Myself, I use the Pioneer SX3. It works great for me. It's light, it's very user-friendly. At the same time, it has everything that a DJ needs in order to mix adequately. I would say for a beginner DJ, that's phenomenal. You could even get one of the smaller models that Pioneer offers to start, and then eventually work your way up to an SX3. But yeah, definitely you need either a mixer or a controller to start. The third thing you're going to need is speakers. We talked about the laptop obviously being where you store your music and where you have your music program. Then that transfers to the mixer, where the sound then has to make its way somewhere, so it's going to go out to your speakers. So your speakers are obviously a crucial part in practicing and then your live events. Make sure you're getting a decent quality speaker to start. You don't need to get something too expensive in the beginning, especially while you're practicing and learning how to manage your levels and get the sound crisp for when you're performing live. My first pair was a pair of JBL Eons, and I loved them. They worked great for me. I had them for probably 3-4 years until I finally blew the driver in them, and then ended up upgrading to 15-inch EVs, which now I have 15-inch QSCs. It depends on really what you're going to be using it for. To start, JBL Eons are phenomenal speakers to start, and actually I'll put a link in the description for you guys. The fourth thing you're going to need are headphones. Headphones are obviously used to listen to the tracks before you mix them live. So your headphones are used for mainly 2 things. The first is to make sure that you are blending them in at the right points of the track. You don't want it to be where you're mixing vocals over vocals, or you don't want it to be where you're just listening to a kick drum for 32 bars. You want to make sure that you're mixing it in at the right point. And then number 2, you want to make sure that you are managing the volume while it's in your headphones, because you don't want to come in too hot or too low when you're bringing that track in live. The fifth thing you're going to need are wires. Usually when you're working with a controller or a mixer, you're coming out of the mixer with XLR cables. That's going to be male to female, and then you're going to need 2 of those, one for each speaker obviously. And then it doesn't hurt. I mean, eventually you're going to need a microphone, so pick up a couple extra XLRs just in case. I usually recommend starting off with at least 15 footers, and then if you see you need longer ones eventually, then you pick them up. But anything shorter than 15 foot, you're probably going to run out of real estate relatively quickly. The sixth and the last item you need to start DJing is your speaker stands. I don't know that this is necessarily a need right away, but it helps to have your speaker stands when you have the rest of your setup and you're practicing, so you can start hearing and understanding what it sounds like from that height and that level. The reason why it helps, you start to understand what everyone else is hearing out in your audience before you even start performing live. So it really gives you an edge when you are going to transition to live performances. All right, so I did promise you guys a bunch of bonus material. These are going to be 4 additional things you will need come the first day you are performing live. So we're going to go through each of them and explain why they are so important come the first event. So the first bonus item you're going to need is a facade. Whether you plan on doing mobile jobs or if you plan on working in bars and clubs, a facade is what covers your entire DJ booth. Everything that you have from your table to your wires, you want to make sure it looks nice and clean. You don't want wires sticking out, someone tripping over them. It's a bad look without a facade. So make sure you guys check out ADJ, if you guys want. Proline has one. There's a bunch of different ones you guys can find on Amazon. IDJ Now, Guitar Center has them, and yeah, myself included. I have an ADJ one. I have a rock. I think it's a Rockville. It works great. It works great. And then for like weddings and stuff, you could use one of the acrylic ones. So there's a lot of different options, but a must is making sure that you have some sort of facade just to give you that clean, professional look that most DJs look for. All right, so the second bonus item is a microphone. And yes, I know most DJs in the beginning are very hesitant to emceeing, but you do need it just in case, just for a birthday shout out. Maybe if you're doing a private event, you want to make sure that you're giving a shout out to the guest of honor. This is essential. I know I said we're going to only be doing DJ tips and not MC tips, but DJs should eventually learn how to MC, and you're going to need a microphone to do so. To start off, grab a wireless mic, like a Shure mic. They offer everything from very novice quality all the way to high quality professional event microphones. Myself, I have 3 of them just to make sure on a job or multiple jobs I have as much as I need. So just make sure that you guys do pick up a microphone eventually. All right, the third bonus item is probably the thing you're going to thank me for the most one day, and that's Gaffers Tape. Gaffers Tape is traditionally used to tape down your wires so nobody trips over them at your events. It doesn't always just get used to that. I've used it I've had parts on my car that fell down on gig day, and I had to tape them back down to make sure I get to the job in one piece. I've had it where people have kicked my facade down, and I've had to tape the back of it together to make sure it looks presentable for the job. You just never know what's going to happen come the day of your event. Make sure that you have every possible tool to cover your bases just in case something goes wrong. All right, so the fourth and final bonus item are cases and covers for all of your equipment. You spend a lot of money now on all of your equipment if you have all the items that we've mentioned here today. And you want to make sure that you have them for a long time and they're always working for you. So by protecting them with cases and covers, you're spending a couple extra dollars to make sure that you have operable equipment for a long time. This has saved years on my equipment and saved me thousands of dollars. So I plan on it doing the same for you. Most of these brands will offer some type of case for one of the mixers, the speakers, whatever the item is. Make sure you do your homework beforehand and pick up the correct one so your equipment is protected. All right, everyone, it is a wrap. We just went over 6 items you're going to need in order to start DJing. We also gave you guys 4 bonus items if you're getting ready for your first event that you're going to need as well. We did it on a budget. These are the essential items. We cut out the fluff and we got right to it. I hope you guys found it useful. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.